You see that sushi goodness? This too can be yours for the low, low price of some time making this. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Angela. I do Bright Line Eating. If you do too, follow me here on YouTube because I upload every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to help you in your weight loss journey. I also do, just like this, surprise pop-up videos throughout the weekdays whenever I have time, like today. And look at me, look at my crappy hair. I don't even care. I just wanted to make a sushi recipe for lunch. I've been really wanting to make this for a while, so I've made one and I'm gonna make another one with you. But first, before we even get started, I wanted to do like a taste test to see. First of all, it's gonna fall apart. It's gonna fall apart, so y'all don't judge me. I don't know why I'm trying to pick this thing up with chopsticks and be all authentic. Look, it's falling. There's my soy sauce right there. Yep. That's good. Yeah, but like, stop chewing. Get to the recipe. Okay, let's talk about it. So, where is it? Okay, hang on. I want to give a shout out to the inspiration for this recipe, although my recipe is very different. So, this cookbook is linked in the description box below. I used the recipe as a foundation, but mine's very different. So I'll tell you why. Because I knew the type of recipe that I wanted. I was like, I want one that has more salmon than what Lori, who is the author of that cookbook, put in her recipe. And I was like, I want avocado in mine. Like I want, like I just knew exactly what I wanted. I also, before we get started making this, I also wanted to tell you that this recipe is also versatile, meaning like you can use the foundation and then you can switch things up. For example, look, I have some props. Let me flip this around, flip it. There we go. I have some props. You could put mango in your sushi if you wanted. You could put, you could put some cauliflower rice. I would not recommend that, but that could be your veg. If it was really dry cauliflower rice and you had stir fried it, you could do that. If you are on maintenance, you could literally swap the, this with some brown rice or something, white rice, whatever. Like you can have that lunchtime grain. Lori in this cookbook also has a recipe for breakfast sushi, but I ain't trying to mess with that early in the morning. Mama does not have time. All right, let me lower this a little bit. Hang on. Let me lower this. There we go. All right, so let's talk about what's in my sushi. You're gonna start with your basic nori sheets. You know what to do. Lori's recipe had one sushi nori sheet, but again, I am doing things differently. So her recipe called for 1 ounce of cream cheese. I myself did half an ounce of whipped cream cheese because I also wanted to put in 1 ounce of avocado. So when you think about that, consider the math of your sushi. Like just get to one fat. Like if you wanted to do 1 ounce of cream cheese, you do you, boo. You can do that. I did the half ounce because I was like, I want to do avocado. If you didn't want to do cream cheese at all, you could do 2 ounces of avocado. So just think about the math equation and literally build the recipe as you see fit. For example, another modification I made. Lori's recipe called for 3 ounces of cooked quinoa and 7/8 of an ounce of salmon and 1/8 of an ounce of bacon. I didn't want to put bacon in my sushi. I'm like, I'm Asian. Although I'm not against Asian fusion, I was just like, I'm not going to all that trouble with bacon. And so instead of doing like up to an ounce of like salmon and bacon, I literally wanted to split. I did 2 ounces of salmon with 2 ounces of quinoa, and that's my 4 ounces of protein. And so I literally did that just because that's my personal preference. Also, you can put whatever vegetables you want. I did the tried and true cucumber slices, and just keep in mind this is part of your lunchtime vegetables. Lori's cookbook, she does the traditional Bright Line eating 6 ounces of vegetables at lunch with 14 ounces of vegetables at dinner. I myself do the 10-10 split, so I just want to be mindful that like I'm going to do up to 2 ounces of cucumbers. I'm going to weigh and measure it, and then I'm just going to, eat the remainder of like whatever vegetables I'm going to have for lunch today. So all right, so I'm basically just going to assemble this. And I know that I've already made that one sushi. So like here is the leftovers. So this is easy. So I already have my whipped cream cheese. I just felt like it's easier to spread. I've got my avocado, and that's the remainder. Then I'm basically just going to put the quinoa. And obviously this takes the place of your rice. And then layer my salmon. I just think that salmon really makes the taste of sushi. And then I'm going to put in I'm going to weigh my ounces. There's my little scale, if you can see it right there. Just because I want to know. So that's 5/8 of an ounce of cucumber. And that's just so I can make a mental note of like how many ounces to supplement in my side salad that I'm just going to, or my cooked veggies, whatever I'm going to do. I haven't decided yet. Let me get my fingers. So my fingers are wet and I'm just going to wet the edges right there. And right there. And then all you got to do is just roll. Tuck and roll, people. Tuck and roll. So there's my sushi. And I'm taking a knife, nothing fancy, and just cutting it into 4. I like big bites. Because this is not like, quinoa is not like sticky rice. So I just want to advise you, again, I had pulled out some chopsticks. That did not work very well, as y'all saw. So the way I did it, all of mine together is like 2 rolls of sushi. Hold on, let me see if I can show you a nice other close-up of the side view, because I feel like that's what you want to see, like that. So there you go. And that's my sushi. So I will be eating this, and like, I'm not even joking with you, like I may eat it with a spoon to just try to scoop it into my mouth. And also I definitely recommend getting your soy sauce. Looks got a little bit of quinoa in that from when I dunked the other one. It might even be better if you drizzle the soy sauce into the side of the sushi, because then you don't have, like I have, the quinoa was kind of falling out, because you really want to eat all of your quinoa, because keep in mind that's your protein at lunch. So I hope you liked this recipe of sushi modified, like completely just Angelified, as much as I wanted it to do. You could also add in, cilantro if you wanted to. That would be really delicious. Instead of salmon, maybe consider swapping out some cooked shrimp, like some chopped up fine cooked shrimp. That would be a very delicious flavor. Instead of cream cheese, if you wanted to try something different, you could try ricotta cheese. In her cookbook, Lori uses a lot of ricotta cheese. But anyway, I just went with like the avocado and the cream cheese because I'm like, I know what I like in sushi. And again, you could separate out different types of vegetables. For me, cucumber is like a very easy, basic. You could do that, or you could just substitute any kind of vegetable you wanted to put in as like, part of your ounces of your veggie intake. All right, I'm going to go eat this. I'm also going to finish up my vegetable intake as well as have my 6 ounces of fruit because I did not want to put the mango in the sushi. But I hope this was a helpful video for you. I have more recipe videos coming out for you. I just need to find the time to edit it. Meantime, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Be sure you hit that subscribe button. I love you so much. I wish you bright line eating journey success, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.